the 90-90 rule. So after I did the 1 in 1 out rule video, I've decided that I want to make a series of videos on minimalism rule. I shall call it the simplest minimalism rule. Honestly, I didn't plan for this name, but since the first video is named as the simplest minimalism rule, I might as well go with it. As the name suggests, it will be simple, straightforward, bite-sized information on the rule, and other than the information, I'll be sharing my thoughts, my experience while implementing this rule into my life. I didn't really want to use the word rule because we are not obligated to follow this, and it acts as a guideline instead for us to refer when we are in doubt. We can even change and alter them just to fit into our lifestyle. I use the word rule just because it's short and sweet. So for today, let's talk about the second rule, which is the 90-90 rule, which is created by the Minimalist. The difficulty of decluttering can vary from people. Some might think it's an easy task, while others might think it's an impossible mission. During the process, we have to decide whether those items are useful or non-useful, or somewhere in the middle. I would call them just-in-case items. It's impossible for us to make any decluttering progress when everything seems so useful to us, have a certain value, or we think that we might use it in the future. That's when the rule comes in. By applying this 90-90 rule into the equation, we have two questions to ask ourselves. Have we used these items for the past 90 days? If no, will we be using them for the next 90 days? If the answer is no for both, no doubt, it can be considered useless to you, and you probably will want to add in under the list of things that you want to declutter. This rule acts as an indicator for me to identify all my just-in-case items. Because if you are using it for the past 90 days, or you are extremely sure you'll use it for the next 90 days, it is obvious that you are not keeping them for just-in-case purpose. And I've used this rule to declutter my just-in-case clothing that I thought might come back into trend, just-in-case tools and equipments that I need, just-in-case books that I might read again, and even just-in-case packaging. Yes, packaging. When we get a new fancy gadget, we are often thrilled by our new material possession. We baby every single part of the item. I held on to nice boxes that comes with the technology gadget because I always think that I might need them in the future. In today's world, packaging that comes with the product is no longer just packaging to protect the product. It is part of the product. Companies spend tons of money and effort to design the packaging just to give us the best sensory experience. The clean, matte surfaces on the box, the precisely calculated dimension for each compartment, and the smooth movement from each closure. All of these well-designed factors make it so hard for us to remove packaging, even though that's not what we pay the company directly for. Unless I want to be an Apple collector, which I'm not, there's no reason for me to keep all those boxes. However, many argue that keeping boxes and packaging can help you sell the item in the future. I agree to a certain extent. If the product is expensive and the box actually makes a difference when it comes to selling it. But personally, I've never encountered any situation where the buyer refused to buy my product because I don't have original packaging. In fact, I sold all my previous iPhones without even giving them the box. And that's the reason why I have so many iPhone boxes to declutter in my first minimalism game. And definitely there's some exception for this. I'll keep those boxes and packaging if they are luxury goods or collectibles like art pieces, which the packaging and boxes can definitely affect the price if you plan to sell it in the future, and can also prove a certain level of authenticity. If the price of the gadget is generally affordable, I don't think a missing packaging will affect much on the price. When I have to purchase a new gadget, I'll give the boxes and packaging the benefit of the doubt if I need to return them within the return policy. I'll keep them for at least 90 days, or even better, know the return policy, and normally it will vary from 14 to 90 days. But not everything fits into this rule. I have a fire extinguisher, and luckily I didn't have to use it for the past 90 days, and will I use it for the next 90 days? I hope not. Even though it's a just-in-case item, but I still continue to keep them for safety precaution. There will always be exception for this rule. It might not be a one-size-fits-all rule, but neither it is a very strict rule. It doesn't have to be precisely 90 days. you can change them to 30 days or even 6 months. Personally, I use the 90-90 rule when I'm in doubt, when I can't make the decision if I want to declutter that item. And it guides me through when I'm stuck with a hoarding mindset. And what's truly important is we know the purpose why we are doing this and be honest to ourselves. And just like what the minimalist said, if your material possessions don't serve a purpose or bring you joy, then they are likely in the way of a more meaningful life. So that's all I have for you guys. Hope you guys get something out of this video. And comment down below what are the things that you let go recently. I would love to know. Appreciate if you can hit that like button as an indication for me to make more similar videos in the future. And if you are new here and like what you have just watched, you can check out my other videos on minimalism and self-development on my channel. Always appreciate the love from you guys. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one.